Hey, my name is Robin Wallar. I'm the lead pastor of Lift Church, a church on a mission to see churches thriving on our college and university campuses. I want to tell you a quick story about my friend Andy from Australia. There's a big party that happens every year in Australia when people graduate from high school. It's called schoolies, and what happens is tens of thousands of students, every student from the country, congregates in this one place to throw a gigantic party. I mean, out of control, like people throwing couches off of balconies out of control. My friend Andy walked into this situation and he saw the chaos. And rather than despairing or wanting to walk away from it, he asked the question, how can I make it better? How can I make it tastier? That is actually the question that Jesus calls us to ask. He says, you are the salt of the earth. Salt makes everything tastier. It makes everything better. So as my friend Andy walks into that environment, what started with a simple question, how can I make it better, began with him serving one student, and then 2 students, and then 10 students. And now today, they are in dozens and dozens of universities, colleges. They're across the world. They're even right here in Canada. All started with a simple question, how can I make it better? Jesus' invitation to be salt, for us to make things better, is actually a part of God's character himself. All through the scriptures, we see God taking things that are unhealthy, things that are broken, and redeeming them. We serve and we follow a God that is a redeeming God who looks at brokenness and asks the question, how can I redeem it? When Jesus says to you and he says to me, you need to be the salt of the earth, he's inviting us to ask that question, how can I enter into the world and make it better? So let's bring this home. Let's bring this right to your world. As you walk into work tomorrow, maybe you're stressed out, maybe your colleagues have been grumbling a little bit about your boss, or maybe at home things have been a little bit unstable, it's been difficult to find a good rhythm. The temptation is to start to grumble, to start to think about why it's not very good, to think of all the things that are wrong. But when Jesus says you need to be salt, his instruction to you is make it better. Ask the question, instead of joining the grumbling, instead of assuming that it can't get better, ask the question, Jesus, how can I be like you? How can I make this better? How can I improve it? How can I bring health to this environment? How can I make it tastier? That's what it means to be salty. So that would be my invitation to you today. As you step into that environment that has been challenging you, where you feel a temptation to join the grumbling, to join the negativity, ask the question, how can I be salt? How can I make it better?